What type of medical expert is needed to evaluate your medical malpractice matter? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. All right, so you believe your doctor was careless, causing you significant harm and injury. Now, before we can actually determine whether or not you have a valid basis for a case, we actually have to get a medical expert to review all of your records. To do what? To determine whether or not your doctor was careless, to determine whether or not his carelessness was a cause of your injury, and whether your injuries are significant and or permanent. Now, what type of expert do we need? Let's say this is an eye case where you had improper medical care involving your eye. Well, we're not going to go out and get a cardiologist to evaluate an eye case. We're not going to get a vascular doctor to go out and evaluate your eye case. What type of doctor are we going to get? We're going to get an eye doctor to evaluate the treatment rendered by your eye doctor. Now, if this is a surgical case, maybe the surgeon did something improperly during surgery, I'm not going to go out and get an internist to evaluate a surgical case. I'm going to go out and get a board-certified surgeon to evaluate the treatment rendered by your surgeon. We try and get the same specialty. Why? Because it lends much more credibility. Somebody with experience doing the exact same type of treatment or surgery is so much more qualified to talk to the jury about whether or not the doctor violated the standard of care. If this is a doctor in training in a different specialty, let's say gynecology, and now you have a problem with, let's say, neurology, a gynecologist or a doctor in training is not the ideal person to go ahead and tell the jury about what was done wrong and how it was done wrong. Why? Because they are different medical specialties. So ideally, we want to have the same type of specialty as the doctor whom you believe caused you harm and injury. And we also want them to be well qualified, which means we want them to be board certified and have lots of other credentials and be an experienced doctor. And, we also, hang on one second, there we go. And we also want them to be able to explain to the jury, if your case actually gets to trial, be able to communicate and talk to the jury in a way that they understand. So I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.